Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming. This is Brenda with Foxy's Creations, and this is a design team entry for Artzology, and that is Deb Packwood. She does have a channel here on YouTube called Artzology, Artzolo. Information will all be down below. And so she put out a design team call earlier. Well, I think about the middle of last month. I'm not sure when. And I finally got the information because you know how YouTube doesn't let us know stuff. And so I had already downloaded this kit that I downloaded, and it's called Garden Beauty, you guys. And I had already downloaded it with the intention of making an album by following Genevieve Designs. So I did use the Genevieve Designs Wonderlust album kit to make the album, and a couple of her shades of color papers for some background color on some of the pages. Other than that, everything is going to be the kit. I have a couple of my sponge painted papers as well, but everything is the kit. This focuses completely on the Garden Beauty digital download kit from Artzology. And then, because I had some ephemera left over, I decided to make some file folder booklets in envelopes to match, as well as some other ephemera. All of this from the same kit, and they're coming. I have plans to make a journal from the kit. Now, I did go on and print out the pages, or some of the pages, at least the ones I used in the album, so that you all could see those pages. And I'm hoping this is not going to be blurry this time. This is my third time to do this video, you guys, because when I go back to watch it, to make it public, it is blurry. And I don't want to put up a pixelized blurry video. I want you all to be able to see the beauty and gorgeousness of what the kit is. So for that reason, I'm redoing the video again. And it's being streamed live as an unlisted video because my computer will only allow me to record for 15 minutes at a time. And because I've already done this video twice, I know it's a 32-minute video to go through everything. So that's why we're doing it this way. And then that gives me time to view it and make sure everything's okay before I go live with it. So I'm going to move everything out of the way, show you the papers that I used. It is in no way the full kit. It's just the ones that I used for this. However, the journal that I'm going to make in the future will have all the papers in it. So let me just set stuff aside over here. And I do realize that we're having a shadow today from the camera. And that's probably because I'm filming at night. And I apologize for that. Let's see if I can adjust the lighting at all. No. Maybe this one. Not really. Okay. Well, we'll leave that alone. Let me move the album out of the way. Okay. And I think I have the autofocus on the camera. Now I think we have a huge glare. And that is so that it will go on and focus and hopefully not pixelize too much. So this is the cover sheet that was provided in the kit. And I'm going to hold it steady so that if it does want to focus, it can. This was provided in the kit as the cover sheet, which I did use it as the cover sheet for my album. This is another page in the kit. Now, there were background. The main thing I didn't use were the background pages. Because as you know, with an album, we're gluing down. So these are not copied anything on the back of. They will be for the journal. And these are printed on 32-pound copy paper. The bright white. But aren't these gorgeous, you guys? I love these papers. So I apologize if the camera's jumping in and out, but it's the only way I could figure out to not have a bunch of pixelized paper, because I had the autofocus off in the last one. So these are awesome. I love these papers. And so this is my favorite paper right here. This background paper, my very favorite one. And my camera's not very straight, you guys. Either that or I'm not straight. Let's see if we can fix that. That is straight. Well, I don't want to make too much adjustments here. You know what? We might just need to leave it alone. I think we're going to leave it alone. So there's that one. And then this paper's gorgeous. I love that dragonfly in the background. And there's this page. I love how the roses are down the side. I like that rose. I love the little bluebird down here. And I am hoping these are not pixelized this time. I know that the paper, that YouTube and paper don't get along too much. It does cause some pixelization issues. But I am hoping that this one comes out clear this time. And this paper, I absolutely love this paper. And I have tags that I made from this side of the paper in the album. And then there's this one. Gorgeous. And there's this paper. This one, I love this. And then the bird cage and the writing in the background and all the antiquing and everything. And I love that the papers print full edge to edge. For a journal, that's perfect. For how I make my journals. And then there's this one, and I just now saw that there's a little bird in the background right here. All these flowers, this writing, a little doily back there, the way the page looks bent. Awesome. And I love this. I don't know what the background is. I want to say maybe dictionary paper, but I'm not sure. Some kind of book paper, and then little strips overlaid, and that big embellishment again with the music paper behind. Gorgeous. And then we have these circles. I call these medallions. And this is all of her information. The kit is called Garden Beauty. It's from Deb Packwood of Artsology. And her blog is down here as well. All that will be in the description box below. And then you get these cut aparts, which I did use in the album. And in case that wasn't all on camera, because I may have held it too close. There we go. You get all these cut aparts. Then you get the banners, long banners and shorter banners. Just so awesome, you guys. Little tabs and tickets. Love all of this. Borders. And narrow tags, and I love the narrow tags because sometimes you just have a small pocket or you just need something narrow. I also like the height of those tags. Here is 2 file folders, and both of these I use to make the file folder pockets, or the file folders and the little file folder booklets. Both of these got used for that. Now, there was a page of mini file folders, and those also got used. What I did with those was I made them 2 to a page like these are. So these are 2 to a page. Those were 4 to a page. I just simply made them be 2 to a page so they would be the same size. So all the file folders and their envelopes are the same size. And then here we have a page of borders. Again, some borders and some little edges. Isn't that gorgeous? And then a large file folder. And then larger tags. And there is so much more in this kit, you guys, that I don't have printed out. So now let's get straight to the album. So the album measures, if I don't wrinkle up my material here. The album measures 8 inches long, 4.5 inches wide. There are 5 album pages, but as you're going to see in true Brenda fashion, it's a fluffy puffy. It may only have 5 album pages, but there are so many flip outs, flip ups, flip downs, pots, and journaling places to add photos, that it's much more than that. So on the cover, I added 3 little flowers up here. These are flowers made with cold porcelain in a mold, little tulip bead cap, and a little pearl, and then a crocheted flower with a little pearl center. And then down here, this actually came from the title page. I printed out an extra one. I fussy cut the little rose out. And then I put it on one of those things to make it layered and raise up a little bit. This was a button that I cut the shank off of. This was a gold button that I alcohol inked pink and cut the shank off of. I put the rose trim around And then here I added a little teeny tiny crystal because she had already on a necklace and I just gave her some bling. Because we all need bling. And then on the back cover, and I'm going to go ahead and unhook this. Now it's closed with 2 bulldog clips with the lace tied in them, and then this will unknot or untie. So as the album expands, this is completely expandable and removable. On the back cover, we have a pocket down here at the bottom that's a fussy cut piece from that cover page. A piece of blue paper and the rest of the cover page. Here we have an envelope. In the envelope is a piece of my sponge painted. It's got my sponge painted paper printed on it. And then it's completely journalable and everything. And this was made from a page in the kit. And you can completely journal on that. And that just goes in that pocket. And then in the front pocket, a little baby envelope, which does not open. Little tiny paper clip to hold this cluster together. A journaling card made from the cover page. Coffee dyed on the back. And then this was a photostat that I put an image from the kit on. And you can journal on the back of that as well. And that just all goes back together and then goes back in this little front pocket. Now we're going to go get into the book itself. This is gorgeous, you guys. I love this paper. I look at digital downloads as endless paper packs because you can use them over and over and over again. So this image I can use over and over. I could fussy cut her out and put her on many different things. So digital kits in that respect, I love because I can use many different pieces of many different kits in many different ways and over and over. So we're going to open it up. When you open it up, this is one of the borders from the kit. I put lace behind it. I use that paper that I love so much, the background paper, to back the inside cover. I also made an envelope from that same paper. And in the envelope is that one little dragonfly paper. And this is just full of little tiny photostats that you can add photos to and put anywhere throughout the album that you want to. So it's like little extras. And the album will be listed in my Etsy stock, in my Zibbet store, I'm sorry. And then on this page over here, we have 3 little photostats that you can add photos to. You can journal on them, add little images. They are pockets with tags, which are made from papers from the kit. And they all flip open because they're magnetic. And then you can journal on this or add photos behind. And then on the next page is a pocket. I cut the butterfly from the cover sheet page. So this butterfly is this butterfly. I just fussy cut him out. Use the word beauty from the bottom of the pages. Put it on some lace. And then in the pocket, we have one of the mini file folders backed with that paper. We have 2 tags, which I did not tie because the album was getting fluffy. And then we have a full coffee dyed sheet with that page on it from the kit. So you can journal on this, add photos on this, add all kind of notes. And then inside the pocket, when everything is out, a surprise, one of the medallions from the kit on a pink doily on that dictionary paper. Let me just slide that back in the pocket and put our little stuff back in our little pocket. And then over here, we have a belly band. That's coffee dyed belly band with one of the tickets from the kit. And this is the other large file folder from the kit, which I've used a couple of times in this album. I love her. And there's that butterfly again. And that just goes up under the belly band. And this does flip open. There's a little pocket back here. This page you can add photos to, notes. You could journal right over here. You could add some photos. There are 2 tags in the pocket cut from paper from the kit. 2 little images that I put on little photos, little mini photostats. A flower that I cut out from the kit and the word love in this little tab spot down here. And then this is a pocket. And in the pocket, we have a folder. And that's the inside of the folder and the outside with one of the tabs from the kit. So you can put whatever you want to in there. And then that folds over. And then the next, we have a little middle filigree with this lace and a little pocket, two little envelopes on that I made. And we have a little flower cut from the kit. And then this is my coffee dyed paper. And I put the lace over it. And then I put the lace edging. This flips up. There's that wonderful page with that dragonfly on it. Some washi tape here. And then on that page that I said looks like the sun streaking through, I made 3 little file folders tabs to go in this vellum pocket. There's a border from the kit that's cut out. And let me line those up better. Put them back in their little pocket. Close that back down. Over here we have a little magnetic pocket that's removable. And in it is a photostat that you can put a picture on, journal about the picture. You can journal on the back. And then inside the pocket, we have 2 tags that are cut from paper from the kit. And let me put all this back together. And this folds over the top. And this is magnetic to hold these little double doors closed. So under here, these are little filigree pieces that I rusted. And then it opens up and there's page from the kit on here. And then we have a little pocket, fully journalable, add some photos, whatever on this page. And then there's a tag cut from the kit with one of those tabs on the top. And then here's where I told you I used that page from the kit. These go like this. And I cut it and made 2 tags out of it. A larger one and a smaller one to go in this pocket. And then these just fold closed and that magnet will catch itself in just a moment. There it goes. And then this is the middle. And it folds way out off camera. So we're going to deal with one side of this at a time. So after you see this page, if you flip it, you come to here. This has a tag in this pocket up here, tied with lace edging. I added this lace here, which I hand dyed. And this little tiny piece of lace down here, it does flip up for a journaling spot. There's a border from the kit. A longer tag, which I elongated the tags for these pockets. That's from the kit. And then this piece of paper is from the kit with journaling. It could be a tag into this pocket I made from the paper from the kit. This is a file folder made from the kit under a belly band from the kit, or that I made from paper. And then when you flip it over, there's this page. If you take everything out of this page, this is let me go back and close this down. This is one of my hidden pockets. I printed this page twice. I cut this portion off and put it back and lined it all up so that when nothing is in this pocket, it's a hidden pocket. And then in the pocket, we have a journaling card from the kit backed with my paper. And then on the back, Deb put grid paper on there. One of the little mini file folders, which I backed with that background paper. And one of the large tags from the kit. And then when you flip it open this way, you have this pocket here. I cut this out from the kit embellishments, put it on lace, made a little butterfly punch border. And in this pocket, we have another tag from the kit. And we have this is a file folder pocket that you can put things into. Has the background paper on it. And then just paper clip to it is this little photostat that you can journal on the back of with that same background paper. And you can journal on the back of that and put a photo on it. And it just goes in that pocket. And over here we have a side pocket made from a piece of paper in the kit. I think this is one sheet of paper here. And so it's made how it's made. It's got a little flower down here. I put her image on this photostat, and you can add anything to the back that you want. I always want to grab this when I'm going through here. That's part of the paper, but it looks so realistic. Okay, and then on this side, here, when you pull everything out of this pocket, again, it's a completely invisible pocket. So I did cut that paper again and lined it all up to put the pocket in. And then we have one of those little mini file folders from the kit, a journaling card backed with my paper, And then this is a tag from the kit back with that same background paper. And I'm going to just put all of this back in this pocket. And then we're going to flip it open this way. You have another belly band here. And then another one of the photostats papers that I put the birds on. And you can journal on the back of that as well. And again, guys, I'm hoping this is not pixelizing. And if it is, I apologize. And then over here, another cutout with a butterfly strip. So like this one. And in this pocket, we have one of the large tags from the kit on my paper. And then here we have another photostat that you can add a photo to. And it's a little file folder pocket for you to put any kind of secrets in that you want to put in there. Because everybody has things they want, you know, to hide away and keep secret. And then you can also, once you put your photo, journal on the back of that card. And I'm going to go on and put that back in the pocket. And, okay, that's all. I was thinking there was one more thing that was supposed to be in that pocket. We're going to close that back. And then when you open this side, you have the belly band cut from that rose background paper. Another file folder that I made from the kit. Backed with coffee dyed paper for journaling, adding photos to. So many different things you can do with these guys. Over here, we have another tag in a pocket. And then this flips up for journaling. That same trim or border edge from the kit. One of the large tags that I made. And that may be even a tag from the kit. And then one of the narrow tags from the kit. All in a pocket cut from that same rose paper. Okay, we got all of those. And we can close. Wait a minute. I'm not folding. Oh, hang on. There we go. Are we going to miss a page? We did this page. Okay, no, we're not. We're good. Then over here, this envelope is completely removable. So you could take this off if you wanted to. Mail a letter in it, because you could use this to mail a letter. It's made from that background paper. Just a little loose photostat. And then a place that you could add another photo, write information about that photo. And so I included, if you wanted to put this here, you can. Or you could use it somewhere else. This does have a magnet on it, which holds everything in. And in this envelope, we have that same little file folder from the cover. I cut the tab off of this one. And you can journal in here, add photos. Because like this photostat would fit in there. So you could put the photo over here. You could journal. You could put a photo over here. You could put two photos, a photo on the back. A lot of different things that you can do with this. And I just cut a circle with my circle punch and covered it with glossy accents, glued it half on, half off. And that holds the envelope closed, and I put lace at the top. And this all goes back together. And then on this page, we have a little window pocket here with the Tim Holtz paper in it, so you can see through that. And then at the bottom, we have this little paper clip. And you have a little tiny photostat, a ticket, another little photostat, a little pocket with a little butterfly and a little rose charm on it, and another admit one ticket in that little pocket. All held on this little paper clip. And when it's on here, the way it goes, it looks like this rose attached to the paper clip. And then there's a little tab here made with that same border paper from the kit that I put lace on. And then inside this pocket is this folder. And it's a little folder pocket. So you can put all kind of things in this pocket. It does hold a lot. And that goes back in here. And then here we have another pocket. And we have another folder pocket again, which holds all kinds of stuff in it. Made from a page from the book. These were printed on card. 110-pound cardstock. And then there is one last pocket here that you can put more in. Well, that's the same pocket. That's it. Okay, there's two pockets. Okay, cool. I thought it was a third pocket. Even on the last video, I thought it was a third pocket. So this is a tag flip out page. I love this page. And on our AZ album embellishment, y'all saw we made one of these. album-like pages for a journal. We made one of these for a journal. So here we have a small tag with a little pocket on it, a cutout from the kit, some lace, and a little rose, one of the little mini albums, a tag cut from paper from the kit. And then when you flip this over, you can see that that's backed with the paper from the kit. And then I have 2 tags made from that same background paper from the kit. I did not tie them because the journal or the album was fluffy puffy already. And then there's a pocket there made from the paper. Over here, a pocket made from paper from the kit, the word beauty that I cut out of the kit. A little trifold here made from a downloadable paper. It's got 2 photo stats, 2 labels, places to add another photo. And then on the back, it's paper from the kit. And that's the way it goes. And that goes back in that pocket. And then also a tag made from paper from the kit. And then on the back side, we have 2 of the narrow tags from the kit in this pocket. And then over here, we have this big pocket, a pocket made from the paper from the kit, one of those tags that I enlarged from the kit, and then a narrow tag from the kit. And this all folds over and is magnetized. On the back cover, we have one of those folders. We have this folder again with the tab cut off. I love this folder. Tab cut off, and then inside it are the 2 photo stats so that you can put them in here and journal about them, use them somewhere else in the album. And then, so you have that as well. And that is the album, you guys. It's a fully loaded album. And the only thing I repeated, and that's because I loved it so much, was that one file folder that mimics the cover. But I love that file folder. So I'm just closing this back up with the bulldog clips. We're going to set that off to the side. And in case I don't remember if I said it, it's 8 inches tall, 4.5 inches wide. Now to the ephemera, because I had leftover ephemera, you guys. So I made ephemera. With the first ephemera that I made, I'm shedding hair, was hidden paper clips. Big surprise, right? Because I love my paper clips. So this is made from the ticket from the kit, one on each side, and it will clip on your paper sideways. You could clip it to the top of the page. You could flip it over and clip it to this side of your page. And the great thing is both sides are embellished and you have tuck spots with that. And then I made this one from banners from the kit. And again, it can hang. If you hang it this way, I left it open at the end so you can dangle something off of it. And there's Craft With Me videos and live streams where we go over the paper clips and how to make them completely hidden. But so this one will go on a page as well. If this is your page, and I should probably have a bigger page. Let's see if I have a bigger card, something. Here we go. We use a time card. So you could put it on your page like this, sideways. You could put it up and down. You could put it the other way, and it's functional from both sides and pretty on both sides. So I made that one. This is also made from a banner. I used one of the smaller banners on one side and the longer banner on the other. Again, I left it open so that you could, if you put it at the top of the page, you could put lace through it or your ribbon and make, your little knot thing. Or you could hang it from the side and put a little dangle down here that would dangle off of it. So you have that option. And then there's this one made with that beautiful cutoff from the kit, you guys, on a coffee dyed doily with a little bow I made. I left it open at the top. It's going to go over your page. So if this is on the top of the page in your journal, like this, and this one doesn't always want to work correctly. One moment. There we go. If it's like this on the top of the page in your journal, you could remove it, write something secret on this little spot, put this back over it. No one will know unless they take the paper clip off. You have room to put your little ribbon at the top up here and all of that. And then on the back, I used one of the longer banners. So it's going to be pretty from both sides. And you have tuck spots on both sides of your page. So we have the hidden paper clips. And then, because when I made my little file folder booklets, I had visions of putting little tiny tags in them. So I shrunk the tags down and I shrunk the tickets down. However, by the time I put 40 pages front and back in each of the little booklets and put it in its envelope, there wasn't room to put the little tiny tags I had envisioned. So I made little clusters from those, and I can use these on other projects, on other envelopes. I could use them to do like an altered time card. This one has a file folder tab on it, so I could put it on an altered time card. I could put it on an altered book page. So many different things I can do with these. Now they're made, I can just add them into my stash and I'll have them to use for other projects. They'll probably go into the journal, though, that I'm going to make later. So I made those. And then I made these file folder envelope booklets. Each one has a circle cut from the paper that the envelope is made from. This was one of the many file folders that comes in the kit that I made go from 4 to a page to 2 to a page. So they would be the same size as the 2 that came in the kit. And I put 40 pages, or it's actually 10 pages of coffee dyed paper in here, but that's 40 front to back pages that you can journal on, keep notes on, put this in your purse, write lists on it, whatever you want to do. You could also use it as a little mini photo album, brag book kind of thing. Put your grandbaby pictures in here, write little notes, and you could do that on each of these pages, and then you would have it with you so you could just take it out and show somebody your little brag book. All kind of different things you can do with these guys. And then I printed out the file folders, and then I printed the paper from the kit that went with the file folder and made the envelopes from that so that they all match. Each folder and envelope are a matching set. And then I have this coffee dyed seam binding, and we're just going to tie this one back up real fast. And there are 6 of these. All of this is not in my Zibbet store yet. It will be going in the Zibbet store. Hopefully by this weekend. Hopefully sooner. So on this one, this is that paper with that really pretty dragonfly on it. And then I cut a piece from like this section of the paper to hold the ribbon on. And when you open it, this was one of the mini folders, which I made into a bigger folder. And again, you got the 40 pages inside to journal on, use as a brag book, add photos to, add notes to. Someone I know uses these at her doctor's, takes them and puts them in her purse. And when she's at the doctor, she makes notes. You could use it to make your, you know how when you go to the doctor, they want you to have your medical, all your prescriptions written down? That would be great. You could just keep your updated prescription list and all that in there. Any changes that have been made and that kind of thing. So you always have it. Okay, and then there's this one. And this is seam binding, guys, that I colored with the brick red distress ink. And it didn't come out brick red at all. It came out this really pretty peachy color. And this is held on by the little bird, cut from the same paper. Again, this was a mini folder in the kit, and I made it 2 to a page. Same background, same 40 pages of coffee dyed paper. Front and back, it's 40 pages. And on our A to Z embellishments, we're on B, which is booklets. So we'll probably be making booklets for B. I changed butterflies, bugs, and stuff to booklets because it's going to be hard to make embellishments with butterflies before we actually, and leaving space to do other things. So I figured we would do booklets. And then this idea was born. So then there's this one, which is made from the cover page. And this file folder was already printed 2 to a page this way from the cover page. And so I just printed it out again and put the coffee dyed in it. They are stapled in the middle, not sewn, which would make it easy if you wanted to add you know, once this all got used, you could add more paper. The envelopes are 5.5 inches long, so 5.5 this way and 4 inches this way, at least according to my ruler. That doesn't mean a lot, y'all. And then a little bird to hold the ribbon on. And let's tie this one back up. I love those. I think they are really pretty. And then we have this one, which I punched the corners on. And it's made out of this really pretty flower paper. And this was a mini from the kit as well. A mini envelope, which I then made 2 to a page instead of 4. 40 pages of the coffee dyed, that favorite paper. And then this page, and there's a flower that I circle punched out and put on the back to hold the lace in or the seam binding in place to tie it with. And let's put this back in its little envelope. So there's a lot, you guys. When you download, it's just like kind of getting, like if you go buy a paper pack, you know, it comes with cut aparts and stuff, but you can only use that once. When you get a download digital kit like this with so much stuff in it, it's really worth the money. And this was, her prices are phenomenal, you guys. Definitely want to go check out her channel and check out her Etsy store. But there's so much different stuff you can do with this kind of a kit. As you've seen, I've made hidden paper clips. I made little clusters. I made an album. I'm going to make a journal. I made these little booklets. And the list goes on. So there's a whole lot of stuff you can do with this pack. And I'm going to continue making stuff from this pack. And so here's that last one. Now, this file folder was already this size in the kit. And I'm going to let it get focused. There it goes. And hopefully not going to be pixelized on this video. And there's my favorite background paper, 40 pages of the coffee dyed, and the envelope printed from that same paper to match. And that's what I like about this, because this paper does go with this kit, but I may have another kit or something that I'm working with, roses or something, where this would be perfect. I just print out this one page from this kit and put it with other stuff. And that's the beauty of the digitals. You can use the pages over and over. You can mix and match your kits, you guys. And this is the Mown Lawn Distress Ink, which I colored this seam binding with. And there we go. So there are 6 of those, all of the other little ephemeras that you've seen, and the album. This is my design team entry for Artsology. And I'm going to put it all back out here for everybody to look at. So here's the album. And then we have our 6 envelopes and booklets with their little seam binding ties. We have the 6 little doily clusters. Oops, let's pull that down a little bit and get the wrinkles out. So we have the 6 little doily clusters. And then we have the 4 hidden paper clips. And more paper clips can be made, you guys. From the banners and stuff from the kit. So we have all of this so far from this one kit. And so this is my design team entry for Artsology, Deb Packwood. And I hope y'all like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring that little bell. Go check out her channel. Subscribe to her too, you guys. And check out her Etsy store. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye, everybody.